Dear friends, welcome back with another mission on the Van Hub, which is Web Developer. The link will be put into the description section below so that you can download and play the machine if you want to. In this video, I'd like to showcase some not very big, but some useful techniques such as how to use filter to find the post data from the packets, from the captured packets. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. So without further ado, let's just get started. We can head over to Kali Linux VM. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use, as always, would be netdiscover. As you can see over here, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 229. So what should we do next? We need to do port and safe scanning with a map. To save time of this video, I've already completed before. So for now, we just cut out its result. As you can see over here, I used the options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option of all is ON to output the result into this file. So from the map scanning results, we can tell that the target has two open port numbers. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service or secure shell service, and its corresponding version information, including exact version number, which is 7.6. This version is not updated. However, I don't think we can find any vulnerability except the username enumeration vulnerability. Of course, this is not what we are interested in at this point. The second one is 80, which is running HTTP service, and also the version information Apache 2. From the generator information, we can be told that the target is running WordPress. Even give us the possible version information, not a very new one. So later we need to check to see whether this CMS or this version of WordPress is vulnerable or not. So what are we going to do next? We need to do enumeration with the web application, both manually and automatically. Let's fire up the browser of Firefox to do the manual enumeration first. And we can put the IP address of the target into the address bar of the Firefox. As you can see, we got back, and this is, apparently this is WordPress and not much content yet. So to launch, to do the manual enumeration, we need to take a look at like the post, and also we need to check its source code. Sometimes source code will reveal something important, but not this case. Next, we need to check whether this site has robots file or not found, which doesn't matter. Next, we can launch the Nikto to do the automatic enumeration. Nikto can give us information about the target application, the target web application from different aspects, such as the banner information, the header request, the header information, also some common files or directories. In this case, is some sort of installation, directories or files which are relating to WordPress. And here we found the directory. We can copy and take a look at this location. So uploads, we found this one, but nothing here yet. So I think next, of course, we need to launch the GoBuster to do. I always prefer GoBuster, but as I said in the other videos, we cannot rely on one single utility or even one single word list, in this case, to do the directory immersion. But here, I'd like to, to do the directory immersion with the GoBuster. Although GoBuster has already discovered some files or directories, but all of them belong to the WordPress installation or WordPress applications, such as WordPress admin, the WordPress trackback. I think we are very familiar with such files or directories. To save time of this video, I will not wait anymore. So nothing very useful we can get from the GoBuster. Next, we can launch, which, what we are doing is following some sort of standard methodology, okay? At least it seems to me, this is some sort of the standard methodology. Maybe you have your own standard or personal methodology when you are doing or when you are engaging pen testing. So next we can launch WordPress again, and we can specify the URL and the target information, and we can use the option of E, which stands for enumerate, and U, a comma P, to enumerate out the possible username and plugin. Sorry about the noise, but okay, as you can see, the identified the user's web developer. We can put down such information onto our notebook. Okay, so the WordPress immersion. The username would be web developer, and it's very natural to launch WordPress again utility again to attack the password for this user. Okay, and we can use the uppercase U option, and I will use the default or the very big locule word list to make brute forcing. Unfortunately, we will not retrieve the password successfully. When I did the machine the first time, I spent a very long time, maybe 30 minutes or longer, but I failed to retrieve the password from the default locule word list. To save time of this video, I'd like to interrupt it here. So I think any useful information we have already got its username. However, we fail to crack the passwords. And another very important thing when we'll deal with the WordPress is to find or look for the vulnerable plugins with WordPress. And if you don't know the exact option, we can use the help to get this option, and then we can use URL and we can put the option plugins detection, and the value is mixed. It means that we will launch both aggressive and passive way to scan plugins. As you can see over here, it's enumerating all plugins via passive and aggressive methods. and this will take a bit long time to finish. But I like to tell you, nothing can be found. To save time of this video, I'd like to stop it again. So besides the username information, we didn't get anything else. So how to do? So I'd like to mention again, it's very important to remember one thing. We cannot rely on single utility, okay? So this case, for example, although we have already utilized the GoBuster to do the directory enumeration and the word list, the normal word list, but we didn't find something important. However, if we use the dub, I will take this dub as the second option or utility to launch directory enumeration. As you can see, we find the debugger find this directory, which was not discovered by the GoBuster just now. So I think this information would be, the primary condition to proceed. Okay. So now we can take a look at this directory manually by the browser, IP data, and there is one file. We can download this file to local machine or Kali Linux. Then we can move from the file from the downloads directory to working directory. This can make our analysis and working to be more effective. Now we can launch, because this is the cap file, and we can launch or open up the Wireshark to analyze. Okay, there are a lot of packets. Okay, if you take a glance at these packets, you know that most of them are HTTP packets, and also you can know, I think they should be relation to WordPress. So I think we are the only thing what we are interested in is the credential, right? And such credential would be transferred over post. So we need to have some filters to get such credentials, and the filter would be request HTTP request method equal post. Press enter. Oh, I think we need to use double quotes. And only 2 packets are left. So I think now it will be much easier for us to get credentials. So the username would be web developer, and this would be password. We can copy its value and put it over here. So this should be the password. So I think now what we are going to do is very clear. We can access the administrator's portal of the WordPress. So admin, and the username would be web developer. And now we can we can copy the password, login, and we are within the administrators panel. And also from the left columns, we know that we are indeed administrator, only one user here. So what shall we do next? We need to get the initial foothold or get a shell on the target. And let me make very quick recap. So how to do? First one, we can go to the 404 template, and this can be replaced by our reverse PHP file, which you can get from the Pentest Monkey website or somewhere else. Next, if this doesn't work, we can try to use the, Metasploit. Metasploit has one module which can be used to get shell. And if this also doesn't work, we can try to upload the plugin, okay? And the next, so if all of methods cannot work, we need to try to, for example, we can modify the theme and do the first step or do the first method again. So we can replace the 404 template by our PHP reverse shell file. Okay, so now let me show you in action. And maybe we can close up the Wireshark because we do not need it anymore. And we can copy from my toolsets directory. And we need to do some modification. The IP address should be modified to our Kali Linux. As always, I'd like to change the port number to 555. Of course, you can choose any port number what you are comfortable with. And this port number is not occupied at this moment. So we can get out this file and we can copy the entire code of this file. We can copy and we can go to Appearance section and navigate to Editor, Understand, and select 404 template. And we can remove original code of this template and paste over here, update file. However, we got error which says unable to communicate back with the site to check for fatal errors. So the PHP change was reverted. You will need to upload your PHP file change by some other means. So it means that this is my preferable way, which doesn't work for this machine. So next, we can try to launch Metasploit console. There is one module which can help us to get shell on the target or upload web shell to the target. And because I cannot remember its exact name, so we can use a search command. And this is the module, what I'm looking for. We can copy its relative path, and we can show options, and then we can set local host to our Kali Linux, set local port number to 555, and also we can set the target, the remote host, to our target, and set a username to be web developer. Maybe we can copy from my notebook, so we do not need to type in, and set the password, and also we can copy from my notebook, and then we can run it. However, even we fail to be authenticated with the WordPress. Very weird, right? I don't know the reason. So anyway, we can exit from the Metasploit console. And also you can try to this one, But to save time, I'd like to go to the fourth method. Although just now and I think I've already demonstrated this technique with other machines. If you have already followed my channel, we can, at this moment, the theme is 2017. However, if you go to or select another one, 2015, we can select, leave a page, and to go to 404 template as well. We can remove original code, and then we can cut out the shell.php file, and we can copy, and paste over here. Okay, it's done. And then we hit update file. As you can see now, this time we got a successful message from the target. And then we need to access the 404. And this file should be living under the 2015 theme. So how to find the location? And let me show you. We can go to the home page of this site, and we can check its source code. Of course, this is my way, and we can copy this part 2015, and we need to do some modification. This time, not 17, should be 15, and then followed by the 404 PHP file, and then we can copy, and then we can set up the listener on the Kali Linux to wait for collection from the target. And then we can, we can put over here. We need to remove the duplicate slash and press enter. As you can see, we successfully got the collection from the target. And then we need to spawn the beta shell by Python. Python 2 is not there, so Python 3, we can import pty module, pty method, pty spawn. Okay, and also we can export a term variable. Then we can clear the screen when necessary to get bigger space on the screen. And color. Okay, clear. Next, we need to do some local immersion. For example, we can go to the home directory, only one normal user, and we can go inside this directory, but nothing there. So I think just now, WordPress, the username is also web developer. Maybe we can use the existing password to try to make that movement, right? Web developer, and paste the password in here. This doesn't work. So we need to continue our local immersion. For example, opt directory, nothing here. And go to backups directory, nothing here either. And go to www directory, go to HTML. And we can get the configuration file of the WordPress. And then we can get another password we can copy and put over here. So we got another password, although this password is used for database collection. However, it deserves our try, right? So now we can switch to web developer and paste the password, password again. It does work. So I think because SSH service is running, it will be better to SSH to the target with this credential. Okay, and SSH web developer, and we can provide the password here. It does work. So next we need to do some more local enumeration to make privilege escalation. So how about history? Nothing here. How about the my circle history? Nothing here. And also we can check sudo. We can elevate privilege by running this command. However, the question is how. We can go to the website of the GTF OBINS, and here this section can tell us to elevate privilege by sudo. And of course, we need to place the command. For example, we need to replace the ID command by reverse command. However, I'd like to tell you, when I did the machine, the first time I tried many commands like this one, also the Python, also Netcat, but all of them cannot work. To save time, I'd like to show you the right one. So how to do? Because we have already got the shell, and we can upload another PHP file because the target is running PHP, right? So we can copy shell, and we can modify the port number. We can use another port number, 666. And next we need to upload this file to the target. Shell 2. And we need to make it executable. And next we need to set up the listener. Now we can follow the commands here. So the command should be like this one, command PHP, and we can run shell to PHP. Okay, and next we can create the temp. Sorry about this. And then we can run this command or write command to this temporary file. We can change mode or make it executable. And then we can run this command. I think it will be better we use the interface, the real interface, rather than loopback interface. So this case would be SNet 0. If you do note about this knowledge, we can run the command. So then I think that's all. We just copy this entire command, paste over here. As you can see, we got another collection, and from the pound symbol, we know that we are successful. Next, we can navigate to root directory to capture the root flag. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.